Mr. Kennedy!
Now that I have everybody's attention, I would just like to remind you that I weigh in tonight at 246 pounds. I hail from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr.
And the opponent from Nescahoning, Pennsylvania, weighing 300 pounds, Snitsky.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a sold-out show here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside.
Man, you couldn't fit another fan in here with a crowbar, I'm telling you. There's a whole lot of cheeseheads in the house tonight.
It sure is. Green Bay knows that they're about to see the greatest superstars in all of sports entertainment. I can't wait to get started. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
Snitsky to compete on their brand.
Simple, Cole. They know that a big, mean dude like Snitsky makes the rest of their guys bring it up just a little bit of a notch. You can't just go through the motions when you're in a match with a guy who wants to rip your head off your body.
Well, I think it's a terrible thing to do to your superstars, just for the sake. He stalked his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style. He anticipated that move perfectly. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. What a cowardly move. He can't win fair and square, so he tries to screw his opponent out of the victory. What a submission maneuver. You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. these superstars
I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous.
Here's the reversal, Cole. He dodged that bullet.
He saw that one coming.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
And you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair,
There's nowhere to go once you're backed into that turnbuckle.
yeah, not when your opponent's dishing out the punches like this. I gotta tell you, he smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's already obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different. Here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what, if his opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of there.
This is fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're gonna see that fire go out pronto. Talk about an intimidating dude. He wins. Snitsky's got everything it takes to be a real dominating superstar.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really gotta watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me.
And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be pulling this bad boy right down the middle.
So much can go wrong from the top turnbuckle. I hope this
He's 3 seconds away from a win. Wow, that was a heck of a match. I wouldn't mind seeing it go a little bit longer.
Neither would I, Taz. But the referee counted the pinfall, and that's that.
Thank you. Kept it up.
And the
We're
winner
going to
of
see these
the
superstars go
match,
out again real soon.
Mr. Kennedy! Kennedy!
following contest is a fatal four-way match scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Cruiserweight Champion of the World, from Smithfield, North Carolina, weighing in at 215 pounds, Gregory Helms. And the opponent, from El Paso, Texas, weighing 200 pounds, Chavo Guerrero.
Para toda mi gente mexicana.
And the opponent,
Es hora de cambio.
from Mexico, weighing in at 195 pounds, Super Crazy.
In time. You're gonna be working for me, so you don't wanna get on my bad side, cause everyone you look Latino. You ain't never heard nothing like this. Take a look around, my man, I help build this. You tryna kill my spirit, I like this con eso. Twin pistolero, keep the road on the hueso. Shake 'em up, heat 'em up.
And the opponent, from Little Italy, New York City, weighing in at 250 pounds, Vito.
Texas is home to Smackdown action tonight. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside. And what a show we've got for you tonight.
Absolutely, Cole. You know what? I've always wanted to say this. Houston, we got a problem. Actually, we don't have a problem because SmackDown's in town.
You've got that right, partner. The Space City loves SmackDown, and the superstars are not going to let them down. for one, hope that he meets his match here tonight.
Let me tell you something right now. I grew up on the streets, and I know a lot of paisans like Vito. And these aren't the type of guys you want to talk smack about, if you get my drift.
Oh, I get your drift all right, Taz. He's got him covered!
Watch it. He reversed it.
Great reversal!
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
That's what I Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the
Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it. I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match. I think it's a shame the way Gregory Helms threw away all of his fan support when he decided to stop being a hurricane. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're going to see that fire go out pronto. Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
These WWE fans just can't get enough. You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Nah, not for nothing. This Vito's a bona fide monster. He'll tear you limb for limb just as soon as you look at him.
You might be alone on that one, Taz. I don't think Vito enjoys much support from these fans here tonight.
These superstars could be big, but it can backfire real bad, too.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
Not kidding, Cole. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Real and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this. What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
Won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop.
Oh, man. This is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied. Oh, my. We've seen this one before, Taz.
We sure have, sexy legs. The Nightmare on Helm Street. And that's a lethal maneuver right there. There's the cover. Wow. Great reverse.
He's looking to put his opponent away right here.
And this'll do it. The Gory Bomb. Whoa. I think these fans have got a little... He's going for the pinfall. Well, that's a 3 count. That's all she wrote.
That certainly was a decisive victory. That pinfall left no room for ambiguity.
Nope. You let your shoulders sink down on the mat for 3, you lose. That's it. That's it.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Los Angeles, California, Melina. And the opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
A sold-out crowd tonight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Michael Cole and Taz here, and what a show we've got for you tonight.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, it's always great to be back in Philly. No doubt about that, Cole. You know, I got a little bit of history in this town. You know what I'm saying?
The city of brotherly love might have been the hometown of ECW, but I think the Smackdown superstars are going to redefine extreme here tonight. Great reversal. Nice reversal. Just another pretty face. She's an incredibly...
There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
That'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, you're going to enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you. Melina is as devious as she is beautiful. She'll do whatever it takes to win.
Kind of like that about her. What is it? You don't know how to think of bad girls?
Trying to stay professional here, Taz. I'm trying to call a match. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, actually, I was trying to find out if the rumors about you being a robot were true. So far, it looks like they are. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time before these kind of combustion elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
There's a reversal, Cole. Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle.
It's a real shame that a diva as lovely and talented as Melina has to resort to some of the underhanded tactics that she often employs.
Cole, seriously, shut up. I know you ain't got a hope or a chance in hell to get anywhere with Melina, but please, don't ruin my chances by association, okay? These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do it. Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to win. And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else.
Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
I think he's gonna fly, Cole.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really gotta watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
What a reversal.
This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're gonna be snippy, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Oh my gosh. Is Melina one of those divas you just can't take your eyes off of, or what?
You certainly can't. Melina will use any underhanded trick in the book to pick up the win.
That's not exactly what I was talking about, but you're not wrong. See, the thing about Melina is, she's, whoa, oh my God. What was I saying?
I think all the blood is drained from your brain to another part of your body, Taz. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Paul. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh.
And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed.
Can you believe it, Taz? A victory by submission. Talk about impressive. That was a
Here's your winner,
I can't believe he actually pulled it off.
Trish
I think these
Stratus.
fans and his fellow superstars have to see him in a different light after that.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 275 pounds, Bobby Lashley. And the opponent from Death Valley, weighing in at 305 pounds, the Undertaker.
Good evening, and welcome to Los Angeles, where a sellout crowd is ready for some Smackdown action. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside.
Yeah, baby, LA is always full of the stars, but tonight, they're gonna get to see some WWE superstars.
And not just any superstars, but the Smackdown superstars, the greatest superstars in sports entertainment. Tinseltown will never be the same. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not gonna hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
What a submission maneuver! You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Look at that! That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on, Taz.
You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. These fans have certainly rallied around Bobby Lashley, and it's not hard to see why.
Lashley just needs to stay focused and take care of business right now in that ring.
Lashley's made a name for himself doing exactly that, Taz, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I lock in the Taz mission,
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
it won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in that hole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now.
And there's the counter, Cole. He slipped out of that one.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer...
This could be big, but it could backfire real bad, too. Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself. And there's the reversal.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys, but these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stay on your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz.
You know what's coming next, Cole?
Tombstone, pile driver.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are. Match.
He can get the pin right here. This could be 3 right here. Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner,
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler, and you could be the king. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I think he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone pile driver.
If
taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent. You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the hell out of each other all match.
Yeah, but it's more than that, Cole. I don't think they look at each other the same way after this one.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and wouldn't see that fire go out in front.
Here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what, if his opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of there. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. I know you're just trying to be diplomatic, but you can't seriously sit there and say that there's anyone on the Raw roster you'd want to have here on SmackDown. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. My secret, I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship.
I know it ain't exactly emotional, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating?
Wow, that was a heck of a match. I wouldn't mind seeing it go a little bit longer.
Neither would I.
Here's your winner,
Pinfall, and that's that.
Bobby Lashley.
But I hope we get to see these superstars go at it again real soon.
Okay.